Hi, this is Paul from The Pond Guy. Today we're going to show you how to perform maintenance on your AquaStream half horsepower fountain. This maintenance will keep your fountain running smoothly year after year. So let's get started. The tools we will be using today are 10mm wrench, 10mm nut driver, large number 3 Phillips screwdriver, number 2 Phillips stubby screwdriver, snap ring pliers, marker, brushes for cleaning off debris, an Air Max fountain and aeration cleaner. First, remove the intake screen. It's helpful to remove the nozzle and nozzle nut and turn the fountain upside down. Use a 10mm nut driver to remove the 4 bolts on the bottom of the intake screen. Next, flip the unit back over to loosen the strain relief from the motor lead. Use a number 2 Phillips stubby screwdriver to loosen the 2 screws on the strain relief. Now, remove the intake housing. Lay the unit on its side and remove the 3 long bolts and cap nuts from the intake housing using your 10mm nut driver and wrench. Next, turn the pump right side up and carefully separate the fountain throat from the intake housing. Then, use a number 3 large Phillips screwdriver to remove the 4 bolts around the motor. Gently remove the motor from the intake housing along with the 4 bolts. Next, remove the rotor nut from the motor. Make sure to mark the alignment of the pins on the stator and the pinholes on the rotor with your marker. Then gently separate the rotor from the stator. Now, remove the snap ring from the rotor with your snap ring pliers. Gently separate the impeller and screen from the rotor. Next, inspect the rotor, stator, screen, and impeller for debris. Then spray and clean with Air Max fountain and aeration cleaner. Finally, use a brush and a bucket of water to remove the remaining debris. For harder to remove debris, you can soak the motor and stator in 1 part fountain aeration cleaner and 9 parts water. Soak for 3 minutes, and then brush off any debris and rinse with water. Repeat as necessary. Once the rotor and stator have been cleaned, it's time to reassemble the unit. First, place the screen and the impeller back onto the rotor and secure the snap ring using your snap ring pliers. Next, place the rotor back into the stator, ensuring the pins are aligned the same way you removed it. Now, tighten the rotor nut onto the motor. Next, place the motor back into the intake housing. Use a large number 3 Phillips screwdriver and the 4 bolts to mount the motor back into place. Next, place the fountain throat back into the intake housing. Ensure the motor lead does not cross over the motor. Flip the unit upside down and use a 10mm wrench and nut driver to secure the fountain throat to the intake housing using 3 long bolts and cap nuts. Before reinstalling the intake screen, it's best to clean off any debris. To keep your fountain looking like new, you can also spray and clean the motor assembly. Now, install the intake screen and use a 10mm nut driver to secure the 4 bolts. Next, flip the unit right side up. Tighten the 2 screws on the motor lead strain relief using a number 2 stubby Phillips screwdriver. Finally, reinstall the nozzle and nozzle nut. This completes the maintenance for your AquaStream half horsepower fountain. If you need additional help or would like us to perform the maintenance for you, simply give us a call for more information. For more expert tips, visit us online at thepondguy.com or give us a call at 866-POND-HELP.